Hello my friend, and welcome to Gleaning the Scriptures. In today's video we're going to be talking about judgment. Everybody thinks judgment's a bad thing, but if you have had good parents who have judged you properly, you know it's a wonderful thing. We're going to go through Matthew chapter 7 in the very first verse, and we're going to pick through it a little bit to see what instructions are there for us in our relationships with one another so that our relationships with Him can improve. Let's learn together. When Israel moved from the time of the judges to the time of the kings, the fulcrum point of that was the people asking for a king, and God saying, no, you don't want a king, I don't want you to have a king, and then them insisting on it, and God saying, fine, here you go. This would lead us to believe that God's first choice in leadership would be judges. Why are we talking about this now? Because this is how you renew the mind. You don't take one scripture and just let it stand alone. You take the whole book and stack it up, not against itself, but the things that seem like they're against themselves, and see how they're not against themselves. And then this will change not the way that God does things, but the way that you think. This is the renewing of the mind. Now, what did the judges do? Oftentimes, they just ripped the enemy to shreds, right? How is that being a judge? Well, that is one major component of being a judge. Saving the people from outside external forces. But those judges, they also had the responsibility of judging the people so that those outside forces didn't overtake them again. With that foundation, let's start Matthew chapter 7. Judge not, that you be not judged. Let's stop for a second. If we were to take that scripture and set it there by itself, it would say, don't judge, because you would be judged. That's a tough one, isn't it? Well, let's not stop there. Let's let God finish His thought before we judge what He's saying. For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. And with the same measure you use, it will be measured back to you. So there you go. We want to be judging, but we need to be very careful about it. If we're in a community full of people that are too stupid to take instruction well, they really should not be judging. Free Bible study. If the words free Bible study are music to your ears, check out my free Bible study. I made it for you. It is completely free of charge if you've got a printer. www.gleaningthescriptures.com. You can go there right now and download your free copy of a Bible study on Leviticus. Soon I will be making a Bible study on the book of Job, and there are many more on the way. In this free Bible study, we ask questions that get you thinking. Questions like, have animal sacrifices saved anybody? Ever? Go to the Gleaning the Scriptures website and enjoy your free copy of the holiest place on earth today. But you, my friend, are a child of God, and you are a good friend to those who you are in fellowship with, and it is your responsibility to lovingly judge one another. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck out of your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye? You're a hypocrite. First, remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck out of your brother's eye. There it is again, that confirmation that He's not telling us not to judge. In fact, he's saying, you love your brother. I know you do, and I know you want to help him to grow and to learn and to rid himself of these shackles and chains. You've gone through the hard work of removing those shackles and chains from your own life. Now you can help your brother remove those shackles and chains from his life. This is followed by, do not cast holy things before pigs and dogs. So if you go to your brother and he just doesn't want the help, don't give it to him. If you're hanging around a bunch of people who are screaming at you, don't judge me, don't judge them. But that probably means that it's a good idea for you to maybe think about hanging out with a new group of people if you're on a path where you want to grow and improve and be a better servant for those around you, but first and foremost, for the King. We are built for the purpose. That's the why of existence, to serve God. And that, my friend, is the most beautiful why there is for life. Serving God is an honor, and there's no way around it. It is fulfilling, and it's extremely challenging. You will die in the process, and He will live, and it will be the most glorious thing that you have ever experienced. Judge not, my friend, lest you be judged. And with what measure you judge others, you yourself will be judged. Remember, God dedicated people's lives to judging. Why? Because He loves His people. Will you answer the call and be one of His people today? Shalom, my friend, and thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, maybe click one of the videos that are popping up on the screen. And if you think that one of your friends would benefit from this video the same as you have, consider copying the link and sending it to them as a text message. I'm sure they will be blessed by it, just as you have. Shalom, me homies.